It was just last week that I stood at the dispatch box, very kindly, very nicely said, will the minister meet with me to work cross-party together? And the flat refusal just was so disappointing. I was a bit lost for words.
And what would that conversation look like, do you think? How would that go if you were removing the political element from it and you could sit down in front of Nadine Dorries? What would be the opening gambit? What would be those suggestions that you would make that the government could implement today?
Well, they talk about a health line that they have, which isn't 24 hours a day, which isn't very well accessed. So I would say I understand that you have a part-time helpline that is manned by volunteers who might not necessarily be expert, but even if they are, that's great, thank you. But there's something going wrong if it's not being accessed anywhere close to the number of people that we know are suffering with their mental health. So is there something we can do to promote a helpline more? I would say to Nadine, it would be really great if you would adopt the 24-hour model, because with shift workers, and I know better than anyone what it's like to finish a shift at 1 a.m. and come home. With shift workers and mental health, they can need to pick up the phone any time of the day or the night. So I would immediately say, can we make it 24 hours? And then we would dig into other elements of the package of support, because I think everyone matters, and I think carers should be able to access the support. I think cleaners should be able to access the support if they've worked in hospitals. We know that so many of them were asked to go in and clean rooms without PPE where someone had died of COVID, then risking taking COVID home to their own families, and many of them did. So I'd say, can we include everybody in this package, please? And we would just have a conversation. And if there are elements that she wouldn't be keen on, I'd have a better understanding of that, rather than a flat refusal to meet. And her response to me, which was, if I want to inform policy, like the Labour Party need to try harder at the next election to get elected, that just felt somewhat childish.